How's it going, guys? I'm out here testing on the Beta. I got a hot tip on the suspension that the harshness, at least some of the harshness that I'm feeling on this bike, could actually be caused by the fact that the frame is so rigid and that these billet triple clamps are so rigid, it's not allowing things to flex enough, and it's causing some binding on my lower triple clamp mounts. So the information that I got to try before I go and do some more revalving, because I'm using all the suspension travel, the information that was given was, hey, go take some of the torque off those lower triple clamp bolts. Normally they'd be torqued to 12 Newton meters, and I'm gonna go, and they suggested that I try 8. So, I mean, it does feel quite a bit different, actually. Getting over here to this section of trail for the 10 or 15 minutes that I've ridden it, it's unbelievable how much more plush overall the front of this bike feels. And I didn't change a clicker. All I did was I got out my torque wrench and I put less torque on these lower triple clamp bolts. I gotta ride it back to back with another bike.
And I have had the chance to do that. I rode it back to back with my YZ250FX, and the YZ250FX is just buttery smooth. And so it made me think, well, we've got it. It doesn't matter what we're doing with the torque on the triple clamps here. We're just going to have to revalve the thing again and try another setting. And it's been challenging with the way that this bike is set up as far as the rigid frame and then those triple clamps. We've just kind of been chasing our tail. I've chased my tail more on this fork than any fork I've ever had. And that's a lot of bikes now. I don't know, 35 big bikes or something, and this is the most I've chased my tail on any of them. But I'm going to get it right. We're going to have it. It has been revalved. I haven't ridden it yet because of all the COVID-19 stuff and just family issues and weather issues. But I'm going to get this sucker dialed in before I give this thing away to you guys in June for sure.
Instead of having these at 12 Newton meters, these bolts right here, I've got these down to 8 Newton meters. I'm still at 17 Newton meters like it says up here on the top. But I've lowered this, the idea being as the forks hit things, it wants to bend this fork back, and it's binding here as the bushings try to go past that. So we're putting less pressure here on this Beta because the frame is so rigid and these triple clamps are so rigid. That's the idea. More to come. Okay, we're going to continue our fork binding test of this rocky, loose road here. I haven't come up this thing for a long time. It's kind of like a razor road. I don't know how well you can see, but there's a lot of really sharp, loose rocks. And this is where the type of terrain that the bike is just giving me a lot of feedback and feeling harsh. And I will say that I do believe, get into the harder stuff up here, I do believe that it has helped. It's so loose. It's amazing. It's March, but it's very loose. Okay, here's a nice, just carry the front wheel over that second ledge. But there's so many rocks right here. Nice carry that wheel. So the idea is I gotta stop lofting the wheel over the second hits to see what's happening. The idea is just with less binding, it'll feel less rigid, and it does feel less, but it kind of sucks because I'm using so much of the suspension travel. Here's another. That's a good stiff one. So man, it's better, but it's still I still feel that harshness.
So ultimately, we decided to revalve the bike again and just try a different suspension setting. And these videos are actually shot a few weeks ago. I haven't actually, as of right now, when I'm recording this voiceover, it's April 6th, and I haven't yet been back out on the bike because of all the COVID stuff and just weather stuff and family stuff and everything. I haven't been back out on the bike after this time, but I'm anxiously awaiting. This week, I want to get back out on the bike and just see if we've gotten it solved, because the triple clamps, we didn't solve it by just dropping the torque spec and the triple clamps. I think that could definitely help, and that was some information we were getting back from the suspension tuners down at Race Tech Corporate down in California, that hey, these betas have such an incredibly rigid frame, and then also the rigid triple clamps, that it's just kind of a hard one to tune a little bit. So I'm optimistic that I'm going to have it done and have it ready, and that it is actually way better right now sitting in my shop. I just haven't ridden it yet. So this bike is going to be up for grabs as the sweepstakes bike in just over 2 months. So the sweepstakes starts April 15th in just a couple of days, and it'll go through June 15th. And by the end of that thing, I am committed to having this bike awesome. I want it to be awesome. I want to ride it. I want to love it. And I want you guys to love it as I give it away. So visit dirtbikechannel.com for all the details on the sweepstakes, because this bike, the Yamaha and a KTM, are going to be given away to you guys. So hope everybody's having a good time, staying safe and staying healthy. And we'll catch you later. Leave a single track. Thanks, guys.